Hi everybody, I'm here to react to a video today. It's called Cities Across the US Are Paying Remote Workers to Pack Up and Move In. This was posted by CNBC Television on May 11th, so that was a few days ago. And I thought this was pretty interesting, so I'm going to react to it. Let's go.
Almost exactly a year ago, when COVID was at its worst, Lindsay Marvel packed up her Brooklyn apartment, bought a car online, and drove to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
You're just in this survival mode, and I just was terrified.
A Tulsa nonprofit offers remote workers $10,000 to move in.
$10,000 to move to Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's a really good deal.
A year later,
it's been a blessing. I wouldn't want it any other way during a pandemic or any other time.
Well, duh, you're getting a free well, not free, but you are getting $10,000, which is a substantial amount of money to move to a place, this particular city. So, of course, things are looking good.
Lindsay recently bought this home thanks to the $10,000 and to the fact that Tulsa is much cheaper than New York. She's also met a large network of so-called digital nomads like herself through the program.
I think I've made more friends in this year during a pandemic than I ever have in college or any other time you're supposed to be connected with many people.
Tulsa is one of a growing number of cities offering cash incentives to remote workers. A new program in West Virginia is offering up to $20,000.
$20,000 to move to your city? That is insane. And yeah, that is huge incentive. I mean, me personally, I would move to a city if it offered enough money. But it sounds too good to be true, honestly. Like, why would someone just pay you thousands and thousands of dollars just to move to your city? That's kind of suspicious, honestly. Then again, I live in Southern California, which doesn't really need more people coming in. I don't know. It's already crowded here. So I don't see California offering thousands of dollars to people to move to our place, but I don't know. Let's hear more.
West Virginia is the house that built me.
The $25 million program is funded by Executive Chairman of Intuit and state native Brad Smith. He says he's capitalizing on two new trends.
The first is a shift towards remote work, and the second is a shift in geographic preference to more rural settings. And those happen to intersect perfectly with West Virginia's most valued assets, which are our welcoming communities and our outdoor recreational amenities.
Those communities and amenities are in big demand.
Okay, that's kind of contradictory, isn't it? Because if they're saying it's in big demand, why are they so desperate for people to move there that they're offering thousands and thousands of dollars? That doesn't really make sense to me. Wouldn't that mean that even if they didn't offer this money, people would still go there anyways? Why would they need to offer money in the first place, you know? If it's true that these things are in high demand, if people want to go to these woodsy areas and do things like fishing and things like that, and they want to move to these type of areas, and they're in high demand, then why even offer money? I don't understand.
The new program will open with 50 slots, but has already received over 7,000 applications.
Well, duh. I mean, of course, if you're paying people thousands and thousands of dollars to move to your city, and you only have 50 slots open, come on. Think about it. I mean, if anything, you should lower the amount you would pay per person, and there's just have more slots. Because even if it's not $10,000, even if you do, hell, $1,000, I think a lot of people would still move there, even if you're only paying $1,000. Because right, they said that these things are in high demand, that people want to move to these places anyways. And if that's true, you don't need to offer that much money. It's gonna be like extra money for people who would move there anyways. Whatever.
The goal over 7 years is to attract 1,000 new residents who will bring their purchasing power while not taking up local jobs. The same strategy behind Tulsa's program.
Oh, okay, I understand now. This is specifically for remote workers. I get it now. All right. Yeah, now this is starting to make a whole lot of sense, because I'm thinking bringing in people who are going to live there and actually work there, right? However, these are people who are already working like high-paying jobs, and they're bringing their income with them and working remotely, and they're going to spend things in this new city while not taking the jobs of the people who are in the city. So yeah, I understand now. It's for remote workers specifically. Unfortunately, I don't qualify for this because I don't do remote work. I actually have to go in person to work every day, so I wouldn't be able to do this anyways. But damn, if you're a remote worker, that's a really big incentive. Getting paid thousands of dollars to move to these cities, that's awesome. That is a huge advantage for remote workers who are looking to move to these type of cities.
From cities like Brooklyn, Seattle, we don't really have a sense of what we're supposed to pay for something. I mean, and so people are willing to pay a little more.
Because the return can be invaluable.
I know I've made the right decision.
Since moving to a small town might be scary for some people, these programs are trying to ease those fears. They're advertising things like average wireless speed, median home price, distances to a major airport or a shopping center, even the distance to the local tractor supply, because, Shep, you never gonna know when at the last minute you might need a tractor.
You know, in smaller cities, are they concerned that these programs will, in the end, increase the competition for the few homes that are around?
Okay, that is a good point, because if these, higher income people are moving into these areas, they're gonna be buyers of the things in the area, including homes. So, yeah, I think they are going to drive up the price of homes in the area anyways, if they were to live there. And that would be increased competition in the housing market. But for people who are remote workers and who are going to be paid the cash incentives, I can see why they would do this. Obviously, it's a huge benefit to them, especially if they were to do it anyways. Because yeah, like it said in the video, moving to these type of areas that are less expensive, that's already in high demand anyway. So I'm thinking like a lot of people would already move even without the cash incentive, and the cash incentive is just an extra reward on top of already moving to a cheaper place. That's amazing. I wish I was a remote worker so that I could potentially have these type of cash incentives, but I don't. I do things that require me to be there in person. So
Absolutely. In fact, Lindsay was saying that in Tulsa alone, when she was looking for a house, the competition was just enormous, and prices, just like everywhere else, are going through the roof.
Yep, exactly. I mean, if you have a small town full of people who are not making much money, and then you bring in a whole bunch of people who are going to be making a lot of money and remote working, then yeah, that's going to drive the housing prices up. That's how it is. I wonder how the current residents of these small towns feel. Like, how do they feel about these high income earners who work remotely moving into their town? Because we haven't heard from them in this video. We've only heard from the remote workers who did the move and people who are reporting on it. But what about the current residents? We should get their side of the story as well.
Diana Olick, thank you.
That's it for the video. Yeah, that is insane. Getting paid $10,000 to move to an area? Damn. That is crazy. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Like, $10,000, that's a substantial amount of money. You can invest that money on, even if you, I don't know, like, that's a good amount of money just to incentivize people to move somewhere. But yeah, it sounds like they left out the feedback from the residents on purpose, because I can imagine that it would be negative, like the people who are already living there would not be happy about these people coming in and driving up the prices of things and making it harder for the residents who already live there. But yeah, it is a great advantage for those who are looking to move. That's awesome. That is awesome. Maybe when I retire, when I don't need to work in person at my job anymore, and I could just, I don't know, trade stocks for a living, and I could do that remotely, then I would look into these programs if they still exist. But right now, I have to physically be where I am right now because my job requires me to. But yeah, that's crazy. All right, that's it for this video. This was interesting to watch. I don't usually hear about things like this. Small towns offering a good amount of money just for you to move there. It's crazy. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Bye.